What's up, guys? It's your boy Josh here. Today we're going to talk about drumming. Specifically, we're going to be talking about drumming really fast because we have to make it fast and we have to be doing this right and we have to be fast. Ready? Fast. Whoa. Pump the brakes. We don't need to rush through this. As I said already before, this is for fun. And whether you're doing this to achieve a goal or to get this done in a timely manner so that you can be on the praise team or to get that next gig, or breathe. Just breathe. We need to take our time with this because otherwise we're going to pick up bad habits, and bad habits make poor drummers, okay? So I had this thought in my head, and I was going to teach you guys today how to do a straight rock beat and just dive right into there. But I remembered one of the biggest mistakes I ever made as a young drummer, and that was that I rushed straight into a kit. All right, my dad, and if he's watching this, he probably is because this is the only video where I'm going to tell him that he's right and I'm wrong. My dad tried to get me to follow the book, and he tried to get me to do the steps the right way. I didn't do it that way. Instead, what I did is I tried to rush straight into a kit because my youth pastor, he gave me a shot as being a drummer, and he taught me the basic stuff of what I need. But if I had actually stuck to the material and started from the ground up with a good solid foundation, it would have been much better. So instead of a straight beat, I'm going to show you guys something else because we haven't even talked about the bass drum yet. And the bass drum is crucial and probably one of the most fun things about the drums for me. So let's talk about the bass drum just really quick. So we already have our 5 rudiments, and if you don't have them down, get those down. So let's remember. Rudiment 1, right, left, right, left. Rudiment 2, left, right. And by the way, that just alternates based on your dominant hand. So if you're left-handed, just switch those around. But you want to get comfortable with your dominant hand first, and then introduce your non-dominant hand to leading. That's why that's always going to be second. Rudiment 3 is going to be right, left. Okay, rudiment 4, left, right. And then finally, rudiment 5 is going to be a paradiddle. I just love rushing that one, apparently. We have our rudiments down, but we're going to throw something at you. You don't have to have a bass drum for this, but even though we are talking about a bass drum, it's perfectly fine for right now. Just use your foot if you don't have access to a kit. And a lot of the times you can just be doing this cruising down the highway as long as you're not driving on Highway 27 because that's a terrible idea. Just an awful idea. If you're safe and you're just cruising around somewhere, you're just sitting down somewhere, you can do these without a kit. So I don't have a bass drum cam, but I'll tell you what's going on down here, and we'll see if we can communicate this properly to you folks on YouTube. So what we're going to do is we're going to change out one hand per rudiment for the bass drum. Now you might be being like, listen, you can't be using your foot like a hand because we're not monkeys. And we're not debating evolution versus creationism. If you're a worship drummer, we shouldn't be having that debate. It's fine. What I mean here is for right, left, it's going to be right kick, or kick left, okay? However you want to do that, it's going to look something like this. And I hope you guys can hear that. I think you can. Hear that bass drum interchanging on each hit. Same thing, let's just jump straight into rudiment 3. Okay? Notice that my left hand is doing absolutely nothing right now. It's not because I don't want to use my left hand, and that is another, interchange those rudiments 2 and 4 so that your left hand is leading, so that's getting stronger, as well as putting your bass drum, because as simple as it seems, it will throw off the best drummers. I'm telling you right now, this is something that you can practice from day 1 until the end of time, and you will constantly make yourself better, and this is an exercise that will constantly, this is a good warm-up, this is something that will make you more precise and more available as a drummer. And then finally, a paradiddle. All right, so we want to just change out a hand, and that can be your left hand or your right hand. I recommend starting with your dominant hand for the stick, okay? there's no need to introduce two factors into that are completely different in a changeup, because then you're just going to start, it's not going to sound right. You're going to use poor technique. And then by the time you actually get to a kit, it's just not going to work out well. So stay comfortable. Use your dominant hand first. Get comfortable there and take your time. Just breathe with it. We're not sitting here trying to rush and be the next John Bonham. We're sitting here trying to be the drummer that we are, right? And so you each have individual skills like that. But I hope you guys are learning this stuff. If you can, if you don't have access to me necessarily, if you're somebody else out there on YouTube, I don't know who's watching these things, feel free to leave a comment too to let me know who's watching. I hope you guys are learning this stuff. If you don't have access to a teacher, I hope this is helping. If you do have access to a teacher or somebody that plays the drums, get with them so that they can work with you on proper technique on things. Because there's just some stuff that can't be communicated through YouTube, or it's more difficult at least. But I love you guys. I hope you guys are doing awesome. I hope you're having a great week. I'm probably going to be a little busy coming up here really shortly because I have a baby coming, guys, and I'm super excited. I can't believe 9 months has already flown by like that, and I'm going to be that old man that says they don't stay young forever, and I'm already there. So, but I might be a little bit quiet. I'm going to try and still get you guys content and get you guys videos so that you can keep learning and keep practicing and keep going and be the best drummer you can. But if I'm quiet, that's why. It's because there's a third human being in my house that is absolutely not quiet. So, love you guys. Hope you guys have a great week, and keep drumming.